Respected guest of the day, Mr. Sharath MD, Principal Smita Ma'am, Convener of School Management Committee Muhammad Shah Sir, SMC Member Muhammad Sadiq Sir, Vice Principal Ma'am, Secretary of Alumni Association Juleja Ma'am, PRO Alumni Mr. Basil Zaman, teachers and my dear friends. A very good afternoon to all. This gathering today is very special for us in the sense that we, the students of this prestigious institution, have a chance here to listen and converse with one of its alumni who has reached the heights of success through his efforts and hard work. Feeling very proud to be part of the institution which has produced such successful personalities serving the society. Let me get into the duty that is bestowed on me on this day. I consider it a privilege to welcome the guest of the day, Mr. Sharath MB, Manager of Radisys India, which is part of the Reliance Industries Limited. On behalf of the entire WMO English Academy family, I welcome you, sir, to this program. Now, let me welcome our principal, Smita ma'am, to this function, who gave us a chance to be a part of this function. Welcome, ma'am. I extend my heartfelt welcome to the convener of SMC, Shah sir, and Advocate Sadiq sir, who is a member of School Management Committee. I would like to welcome Juleja ma'am, who is the Secretary of Alumni Association, who will be giving a detailed introductory note of Sharath sir. Welcome, ma'am. I would like to welcome Basil Zaman sir, who is a PRO alumni. I also welcome the coordinator of training cell, Arya ma'am, who has taken the initiative to organize this program. I extend my welcome to all the teachers and my friends to this function. Let me conclude by welcoming everyone once again to this program. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now let us have Mrs. Jinsi ma'am to introduce Sharath sir. Miss, please.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah, you are on. Yeah, you're on.
Yeah. So, good afternoon to one and all. So, with great pleasure, let me introduce our guest. So, Sharath MV. He's basically from Mumbai and he has passed out plus two from our school in 2003. And he has done BE in computer science from SJB Institute of Technology, Bangalore, and MPA in Human Resources from University of Wales, London, UK. And he has over 11 plus years of work experience and has worked with global MNCs like Accenture, Unilever, and HP. And he's currently working with Radisys. It's a part of Reliance Industries as manager learning and development. He's heading the training and development for Radisys India across Bangalore, Mumbai, etc. for around 1,300 plus employees. And he has international exposure through his work experience in Dubai, UAE, and through his education in London, UK. And while in WMO, he had served as school leader for a couple of years, and he had won Kala Pratibha Award in WMO for his overall points in arts, and he had also won class topper award for several years. So Sharath, once again, I welcome back to our family, WMO English Academy family. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Juleja.
Thank you, ma'am. Now let us have a note from Sadiq sir. Sir.
Respected principal, uh, today's chief guest and keynote speaker Sharath, SMC members, teachers, and my dear students. It's a proud moment for WMO because we have with us today Mr. Sharath, who is our former student, and he's having conversations with our students today, and we are really lucky that we are really lucky, and we are proud that you are Sharath, you are part of WMO, you are the product of WMO, and we are really honored. And I request you to share your experience with our students, and we always our blessing is there. I wish you to I wish you that you will reach in a better position and all success. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now let me invite our beloved Principal Ma'am to address all of us. Ma'am, please.
Respected convener of the school, Shah sir, HR in charge and SNC member, Advocate Sadiq sir, Vice Principal of the school, Rashida ma'am, teachers, guest of the day, Mr. Sharath, and my dear children. Good afternoon to all. Meet the Alumni is a program which is organized by the training cell in collaboration with WMO English Academy Alumni Organization. This program is basically arranged for the children so that you can meet the people who walked before you in the campus, who had once spent their beautiful days in the campus that you are using now. So through this program, you'll be meeting them and getting to know them better, what they are doing with their life, what have they become, which would definitely become a source of inspiration for all of you. So I would like to appreciate the Alumni Association for the effort that they are taking to give back to their alma mater, and also Alumni Association at this in this juncture. Let me announce something else. Alumni Association has formed a scholarship to support children who are needy, and this year they are supporting a child from our school. They are paying the complete fee of the child. It's a kind of a scholarship that the Alumni Association is doing. So this year onwards, they are helping us a lot, and they are so much supportive also. So in the days to come, we will be meeting more people from like Mr. Sharath, and you'll be benefiting out of such programs. You'll get a lot of exposure through them. So we are actually very pleased to start the program with someone so eminent like Mr. Sharath, and I'm so sure that this program is going to be a memorable one for every one of us. Once again, on behalf of WMO English Academy, I would like to welcome Sharath and wish you all success in your life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have Shah sir for a note.
Hello.
Yeah, Alsha Shasar is not there, I think. Let's continue.
Okay, ma'am. Now let me invite Basil sir, one of the alumni present with us, for a few words. Sir, please. Sir?
Ma'am, I think Basil is also not joined.
Has
Arsha?
not joined.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Will he be joining towards the end?
Yeah, he told me he'll be joining.
Okay, then we will have him speak towards the end.
Okay, ma'am. Now let us have
Alsha, shall we
interaction.
move on? Shall we move on to the next program?
Yes, ma'am. Next, we have an interaction section with our honorable guest, Mr. Sharath MB. Sir, please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, one and all. A very good afternoon. Respected Principal, Ma'am Smita, Sir, and all the management. First of all, I'd like to thank the school management for giving me this opportunity to speak today. And also, I would like to thank the alumni committee also to request me to speak. So it's an honor and privilege to be back. So a lot of nostalgic memories are coming to my mind when I was in WMO. So it was back in 2001, 2003. So my 10th was in 2001 and my plus two I did back in 2003. And I was with WMO since my fourth standard. Since fourth standard all the way till plus two, I am a WMO product. And after completing my schooling in WMO, that's when I went on to do my engineering in Bangalore. Okay. So I want to keep this session very interactive. I would like all of you to interact. Whenever you have any doubts, any questions, please feel free to unmute and ask the questions. And I've also prepared some presentation here so that to avoid the monotonous, just one person speaking throughout the time. So I thought if I would do some presentation, that would make it more interesting. Okay. So let me share my screen and please let me know once it is visible. Okay.
Screen is visible. The screen is visible.
Okay, screen is visible, right? It says welcome, dear students. Okay. So actually, this session is mainly meant for the students here. I see that there are a lot of teachers and others as well present. But mainly this session is meant for the students to understand the practicality of life, understand how career is, what all things you have to be careful in the future when you move towards a career path, etc. Because now currently you will have the bookish knowledge, you will have the theoretical knowledge, but you will lack the practical knowledge. So I'm here to share some of my thoughts, some of my experience, to give some of my advice on things that has worked for me, and I hope it will be fruitful for you as well. Okay. So without further ado, we can get started. So I am Sharath. I am the manager training and development for Radisys India Private Limited. So I am the training in charge for Radisys India. So we are based out of Mumbai, Gurgaon, and Bangalore. Our main center is based out of Bangalore. And when I say Radisys India, we are around 1,300 plus employees currently in Radisys. And as rightly mentioned before, we are part of Reliance Industries Limited, and Geo is our sister concern. Okay, we work very close with Geo. So Radisys is a telecom technology company. So whatever the Geo's technology side, many things are developed by Radisys, and we do have other wireless clients as well. So let me quickly move to the next slide. So this is the quick agenda on how I would like the session to go today. If any questions, please feel free to stop me then and there. If I'm not audible or visible or if any issues, please give me a heads up. Okay, otherwise I'll just continue. So this is the agenda. So first I'll quickly, again, just a quick introduction about me. And then we'll see why attend this session. Why is it important for students to attend such alumni meets? Okay. Then we move on to the importance of communication. Then do what you love or love what you do. It's a very strong ideology. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the importance of focus. We'll talk about grab maximum opportunities. What am I talking about? We'll get to that soon. And then a sound mind needs a sound body. Okay. Then we can go through a quick short story to make it interesting. And then I'll be talking about time management and stress management, which I feel even for students, it's very important, not just in corporate world. And then how and why it is equally important to have some fun. Okay. And then I talk about certain career opportunities. So when I talk about the career opportunities, I can talk from the technology and the management perspective, because I am from a BE background, I'm from an MBA background. So hopefully this will be a good kickstart to the alumni program. And in the future, you will get to hear from a lot of other alumni from different fields. Like you might have doctors, you might have civil engineers, you might have people excelling in other fields as well. But when I talk about the career opportunities today, I'll be talking about from a management and technology perspective. And then finally, we can keep the question and answers section. Okay, so this is the flow I would like the session to go today. Anytime, feel free to unmute and ask any questions you have. Okay. Now, let's move on. So again, this is a quick introduction about me. So as I said, I was with the WMO from my 4th standard all the way till +2. So you can see some of the interesting photographs here. So this is actually me. I'm here. These are all my close friends during that time. This is Renis, Unais, George, Arun. They're all in different career fields, different parts of the country, different parts of the world, in fact, at the moment. Hopefully, you will get some chance to talk to them as well in the future as part of the alumni program. And this was during one of the Kalolsava. So the art festival during those days in WMO used to be called as Kalolsava. And then we used to not only actively participate in Kalolsava, like I used to participate in various programs like drama, miming, etc. And I used to actively volunteer as well. So this is a volunteers badge. So where we used to volunteer on crowd controlling and other aspects as well. And here you can see this was the +2 sent-off. So this was the sent-off, best wishes sent-off that was arranged by WMO. So here it is Hashir, you can see another alumni. He is currently in Qatar. And here backside you can see Ganesh. Ganesh sir, he used to teach us chemistry. And then this was Daisy ma'am. You can see in the red sari. So she was the principal during that time. So during my school times, it was Daisy ma'am, and there was Harris sir, who was principal during at least the time I was there. So these are the couple of things when I was in WMO. I was a school leader for a couple of years. There was a election sort of a thing where we stood for elections, and then based on the voting, it was decided who will become the school leader. I don't know how things are now. So I had participated in that, and I was school leader for a couple of years. And then, yes, I was a winner of Kala Pratibha during 1 year. And I was a class topper till my 10th. I used to be either first, second. I used to be a bit studious those days, not anymore. So till my 10th standard, so I have won class topper awards several times. And during Kalolsava, I used to get some sort of prize for the class toppers. So I'm thinking back during that times, it used to be some sort of book. Mostly it used to be book. So I have won that several times. And I have done my bachelor's in computer science from Bangalore. It's called SJB Institute of Technology, part of Adichunchandgiri Group. And I have done my MBA in Human Resource Management from University of Wales, but my campus was in London, United Kingdom. So this was back in 2008, 2010. So I completed my engineering during 2003, 2007. And then I straight away went on for my MBA during 2008, 2010. Okay. And currently, again, as I said, I'm currently training manager with Radisys India. And my work involves planning the entire training requirement for Radisys India. I work with the stakeholders. I try to understand how many trainings need to be done throughout the year for which team, whether it is induction, onboarding. I know that some of these terminologies may not be so familiar for you students. But later, when you move on to your career paths, these terminologies will be like common terms for you. But for now, you can just understand that I plan the complete training and development requirement for Radisys India. Okay, and I directly report to Global Vice President Mr. Ricardo, who's HR and Facilities Global Vice President. And it was my privilege. I have even worked with Mr. Mukesh Ambani, who is the managing director of Reliance Industries Limited. So there was a IPR, it is called Intellectual Property Rights. Again, I'm not going to go into detail what that is about. It might be jargon for you. It is not a common terminology, but there was a small project for which I have even worked directly with Mr. Mukesh Ambani. And I even worked directly with CEO of my current company, Mr. Arun Viksheshwaran. So what I'm saying is I have a good exposure working with very senior stakeholders of my company. Okay. So now I would like to quickly ask one question here, just to make sure that it's not very monotonous and if I'm audible. Can anyone tell me what a stakeholder is? Who's a stakeholder? I have mentioned here, right? I worked with senior stakeholders. So can anyone tell me what you understand by stakeholder? Anybody? Any students want to give it a try? I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Anyone want to give it a try? It's okay if you're wrong. No problem. What do you understand by stakeholder? Who is a stakeholder?
In interesting company,
Sorry, that was not very clear. Can you repeat again?
interesting in a company or party like
Yes,
like in this.
yes, you're somewhere right. So stakeholder, in simple terms, you can mention anyone who is directly or indirectly affected by what you do is a stakeholder. So for example, to give you in simple terms, you are students, right, currently. So even you have stakeholders. You know who are your stakeholders? Your stakeholders are your parents, your teachers, the principal of your school. Even your friends can be your stakeholders because they might ask for your help during different times, during school times, maybe with studies, maybe with some other activities. So when you're a student, your stakeholders are teachers, your friends, your family, your parents are all stakeholders. So when it comes to work, for example, so I am the training manager. So my stakeholders are my boss, then my the senior managers, directors, vice presidents of my company. These are all my stakeholders. Okay. So now that's a quick introduction about me. We can quickly move to the next slide. So this is very important. Like, why attend this session? Like, I'm not talking particularly about this session today. I'm talking about why is it important for you students to attend such alumni meets. Okay, so the first point explains that aspect. It is bookish knowledge versus practical experience. So currently you will have mostly bookish knowledge. So later, when it comes to working, whether you when you're choosing your career path, whether you're choosing your course itself, there are several things that you need to consider. So alumni can help you there because we have various work experience. We come from a different educational background. I've done my bachelor's, master's. I can give you some of the tips based on my experience. So it is very important to attend such alumni meets so that you have an idea. Okay. And so in my case, you can see that I have worked with global brands like Accenture, NTT Data, HPE, that is Hewlett Packard Enterprise. It's the same HP. So you have HPI and HPE. And then Unilever. I'm sure most of you would know Unilever. Most of the products you use during your daily life might be a product from Unilever. So I've worked with the global brands like Unilever. And I have got some international exposure through some of my work experience in Dubai, through my education in UK. And then I have experience working with some very senior stakeholders. So again, in the picture here, you can see, so this is, can anyone tell me who this is?
Mukesh Ambani.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, so this is Mr. Mukesh Ambani. So this was during one of the meetings I had with him on a project called IPR. It's for patenting and some other purpose like that. And then here on the top, picture, you can see this gentleman here, Mr. Arun Bhiksheshwaran. So he is our company CEO. So I have worked directly with the company CEO as well. And then these are some other senior stakeholders in the company. So such experience will give you some ideas. And then, so I'm here to share with you some of the things that has worked for me, some of the things that has not worked for me, and hopefully you will get some takeaways, some good takeaways from this session today. Okay. So moving on. So now coming to importance of communication, that is the English language itself. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate all of you that you are part of WMO English Academy. So it is an English speaking school. So you are already ahead than most of the people. All of you should be very lucky that you are part of an English Academy. It's very, very important that you be very proficient in English language. So what are the reasons why I say that, it is very important? The English language is very important, right? So again, you have to work with stakeholders from different parts of the world or country. So in the future, when you work for a company, your teammates will be from different parts of the country, right? They may not be from Kerala. You might have your teammates from Karnataka, you might have teammates from Andhra, or you might have teammates from North India, like Mumbai or Delhi, things like that. So then you need to have a common language. So English is the common language. And you might have to travel or relocate to another country in the future. So again, that time English will play a huge role there. And English is, of course, the official language in corporates. In all the corporates, especially the MNCs, English is the official language. Can anyone tell me what is an MNC?
Multinational companies.
Yes, thank you. Very good. So multinational companies or multinational corporations. So in all of the MNCs, the official speaking language is English, simply because all the employees are from various parts of the world, right? So in here itself, you can see that this gentleman is from Europe. So Mr. Antonio is a senior stakeholder from Europe. Mr. Arun, he is born and brought up in US, though he is Indian origin. He has been in Texas throughout his life. So English language, during such meetings, it's very important that you conversate in English language. So it is very important to improve your English language. Okay. Now again, so what are some of the tips I want to? So already I'm sure that all of your teachers will be persuading you students to talk maximum in English, try to speak with each other in English. So the reason is practice makes a man perfect. The more you practice the English language, the more you talk with each other in English language, that's when you will improve the language itself. And then of course you need to get constructive feedback from your friends, right? So you should not make fun. You might be doing mistakes in your conversation. So the other person can just correct you, telling that, hey, this is not the right way to pronounce that word. So take it constructively, try to improve your language. So practice is the one main thing. So please try to conversate each other maximum, whether in school, also in English. There's a reason why your teachers have been persuading you to do that, because practice is what is gonna make you perfect. Okay. And then some other tips to improve is try to read English newspapers. You can persuade your parents to get English newspaper delivered at home as well. That's really gonna help you. And then look out for some words which are not sure of the meaning. You can look at a dictionary, or nowadays it's very easy with Google, right? You can just Google the word and then it will even tell you how to pronounce the word correctly, what is the meaning, what are the common usages, etc. So reading English newspaper, it really helps in improving the language. And then listen to some good TED Talks from YouTube. So when you go to YouTube, you have, of course, this movies, music, and other things. But there are several good educational things also available in a platform like YouTube. So try to utilize such platforms to your advantage. So if you go to YouTube and just type TED Talks, TED space TALKS, TED Talks, you will see so many TED Talk videos that will give you motivation You will get an idea on how to speak in public. You can improve your language, etc. So again, I'm reiterating myself here. It's very, very important that you pick up on your English language. It's gonna come handy in future, whether you're giving interviews for jobs, whether you're performing your work. You'll have to work with people from different parts of the world. So it will definitely not go waste. You need to be strong in English communication. Okay. Then let's quickly move on to the next one. So this is a very strong ideology. It says, do what you love or love what you do. So it means that, so you have to choose a field of passion as your career, right? So if you are passionate about something and then you work on that particular field, you will not feel like you're working. You will enjoy your work. You will automatically do well. You will excel in your field. So that's why it is very important to choose your field of passion as your career. Okay, I know it is easier said than done. So I've seen many a times that parents and students, they ask like, what is the current trend in technology? What is the most you know sought after course currently? These things are not very important. What is more important is, are you interested in doing that? You should not do a computer science engineering because that is in trend now. No, you should do a computer science engineering because computers are your passion. You like coding in programming languages. So you have to choose your passion as your career. Okay. First thing, it's very important to understand what you are interested in and try to do something related to that. Okay. And then there's something called as career counseling. So what is career counseling? I know that for many of you, you will be confused on, I don't know what I am good at. How do I know if engineering suits me? How do I know if medical field suits me? Or how do I know if some other field suits me? So if you have such confusions, these days you have career counseling options as well. You can go to career counselors. They will do some basic tests, and then post the tests are done, they'll be experts in career counseling. So once the tests are done, they will let you know, like, okay, this is something, this field will suit you. I guess engineering will suit you. I guess architecture field will suit you. So career counseling is also important if you are not sure on what you are passionate about. Okay, otherwise some people already, okay, I want to be a pilot. If you are really, really passionate of being a pilot, you can go and be a pilot. Why do you want to see what is the trend? These things doesn't matter as much as your interest level, your passion. Okay, so that is what I say, do what you love or love what you do. And now we can quickly move to the next slide, that is the importance of focus. Okay, so this is very, very important. One of the, I would say, most important life lessons I have learned in my career as well. It's even applicable for you students. So you have to focus on your current work in hand. It's very, very important, right? Like, for example, right now we are having this alumni meeting discussion here. So I'm here to share some of my experiences, some of my knowledge, some of my tips and tricks with all of you. So now during this time, you listen to the conversation. You don't look at your mobile, or you don't think about, okay, what is the movie that's playing in nearby theaters, or, what program is, I have a cricket match that is coming up, what is the India-England score? No. It's very important that you focus on what you have at hand at the moment. It will take you to great distance. So very, very important to focus, and you need to have a greater purpose, right? So before going to having greater purpose, I will again take an example of focus. Okay, so in this image, you can see that this student is fully distracted. Class is going on, and maybe he's thinking about holidays, or what movie to watch, what to play later during PT period, etc. Or whereas this student behind, she is fully concentrated on the task at hand, is concentrating on the class that is happening currently. So now what will happen? So let's say there's an exam coming up. So during the exam, the person who focused at that particular class is definitely going to excel for sure, right? And the person who was not focused, the student who was not very focused, who are thinking of other distractions, that student will not be able to do well in the exam as well. So then now let's say the exam is over and now it is your holidays, right? So you are playing with your friends, or you're going on a holiday with your family, or you're watching a movie in a theater with your family. Still you will not be able to enjoy so much, right? So let's say this student, this boy who was not focusing during his class, is going for a movie. So now in the movie, the boy is not able to enjoy the movie as well. Why? Because he is worried. Oh, my exam results are going to come out anytime now. What is going to be my score? What if I don't do well? Will my parents scold me? Will my teachers scold me? What will happen to my future? Etc. and etc. Right? So now the main mistake that has happened here is lack of focus. So it is very, very important that whatever you are doing currently, give your complete focus, give your complete attention to the task at hand. That will definitely do wonders for you. Okay. And then there is something called as have greater purpose. Okay. This is slightly philosophical for you young students out here, but still I would like to say it's very important. So what does have greater purpose mean? Okay, let's take this call's example. Now I'm giving you this alumni meet call, right? I'm here talking to all of you. Now, if I am doing this, I can see that my good friend Hashir has also joined here. Nice to see you, man. So let's see. So in alumni group, they were talking about, okay, can somebody talk to students of WMO? It's going to be helpful for them. I said, okay, fine, let me give it a try, right? So now I will not be having a greater purpose if I'm just doing it for the sake of it, right? Okay, because Hashir told me, okay, let me just, tell something and leave. So that is not a good way of going about this. You need to have a greater purpose. So my greater purpose is to share some of my experience with all of you, to share some of my knowledge with all of you. And even I get to learn a lot of things from you as well, from this interaction. I'm trying to improve myself on how to deliver such sessions in the future. So this is a greater purpose. Now, to give you an example, you are students, you are studying, right? So when you are studying, you should not just study to score in your exam. That is not a greater purpose. You should study so that you improve your knowledge. That's going to come handy in the future as well, right? So that is a greater purpose. Have a greater purpose. I'm studying so that my future becomes secure. I am studying so that I am improving my knowledge, right? So that is a higher purpose. So it's very important that you are focused, and it's very important that you have a higher purpose in no matter what you do, okay? So now moving quickly to the next slide. So this says grab maximum opportunities. So you will get a lot of opportunities thrown in your way, whether you're during your school times, whether you are working for a company. There are several opportunities that's going to come your way. So it's very important that you grab maximum of those opportunities. Okay. So this call itself is an example, right? So I grabbed this opportunity to speak during this alumni meet. I could have just told, no, I'm not interested. Why? I'm busy. So I didn't do that. I tried to grab the opportunity so that I learned something from it. Maybe I become a better speaker during my future sessions. So that itself is an example. So you have to grab maximum opportunities that is thrown in your way. Be active in extracurricular activities. Like you may be good in your studies, but when you get an opportunity to be part of cultural fest, do that. Unless you participate, you will never know what you are good at. Maybe there'll be a good actor within you. Unless you participate in a drama, how would you know that you're a good actor? So it's very important you grab opportunities. You go participate in cricket tournament, you go participate in badminton tournament. It doesn't matter if you're not so good at it, eventually you will get better, right? And unless and until you grab all these opportunities, how would you even know that you are good at something, right? So it is very important you be very active, you be out there. That is the term I would say. And then participate as a part of self-improvement. Okay. So whatever you're participating in, when you grab your opportunities, take it as an opportunity to improve on yourself. Okay, I'm doing this so that I can become better at it, right? So grab all the opportunities. So just to give you an example, so I am a training manager in Radisys. I can just do deliver trainings for the Radisys India employees and say I'm done with it. That's my job, right? But so currently I'm part of Toastmasters Club. So Toastmasters Club is a speakers club, it's an international club that will help you improve in your communication skills, improve on your impromptu speaking skills, etc. So I participated in Toastmasters Club. I thought, okay, let me just go and be a member of Toastmasters Club. I can try to improve myself on something, or try to improve on my language, right? So I grabbed that opportunity. And I'm an active member of Radisys Fun Club. So we have a Radisys Fun Club. We organize various games, various events. So currently we have yoga sessions that are happening in the company. So I directly work with the yoga teacher. I decide on the timings and help organize the yoga sessions. So these are the extra things I do other than from my work. So these things help me to grow as well. It's not just what I do in my job. I get my promotion, I do my job, I get my promotion. No, that might be good for just your career. But as a whole, as a person, you have to grab all these additional opportunities so that you can try to improve on all these. Okay. So now this is an important quote I would like to say. This quote is from Mr. William Arthur Ward. He was a famous American author. So Mr. William Arthur Ward said, opportunities are like sunrises. If you wait too long, you miss them. Okay. So it's very, very important you grab all the opportunities. Okay, moving on. Okay, this is just to bring some smile on all of your faces. So a sound mind needs a sound body. Okay, so on the left side, these both are me only. So on the left side, you can see the slightly plumpier version of me. This was when I went to Dubai. I had a very unhealthy lifestyle, and I could not spend too much time on exercising and such activities. I was busy with work, a lot of work pressure, tension. So I could not concentrate on my health, my workouts. And, it really, it even affects your confidence level, right? And of course, there are medical issues that comes up with it. Your cholesterol level will be high. Your chances of getting sickness is high. So it's very important that you are physically active, okay? So I like working out in gyms. I know that it is very early age now for me to suggest gym to any of you. Gym should be done ideally only after 18 years of age. But you can be active by being active in sports. You can go for running. It's very important that you are physically active. It even impacts your thinking. It helps your mind as well, right? So as I have mentioned here, it helps boost confidence. You feel better about yourself. You feel more confident when you are presenting in front of a large crowd. Excuse me. So you have medical advantages, of course, and it improves the feel good factor. You feel good about yourself. That's very important, right? You need to feel good about yourself so that you do well for others as well. Okay. So please be physically active. Okay. Now, moving on. Okay, now it's time for a quick story. Okay, so I hope all of you know about this tortoise and hare story, or you can say turtle and rabbit. Okay, this race between turtle and rabbit. I hope all of you know about this. Can anyone confirm that you know the story?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, perfect, perfect. So there's a lot of moral behind this story, right? So I'll again reiterate what happens. So there is this race that's going to happen between this turtle and rabbit. And rabbit is full overconfident, right? He's thinking, oh, I'm the fastest. I'm so fast. This turtle has no chance. And then he says, it's okay. I'll just directly go for the race and I can still beat the turtle just like that. Okay, so now on the race day, the rabbit was feeling slightly sleepy. He thought, okay, I can even sleep for some time. By the time he crawls and reach midway, if I get up by then also, I can still run fast and be the fastest, right? But then what happened? The rabbit just dozed off, and then the turtle finishes the race. Okay, so now can someone tell me what is the moral of the story? What did you understand from this? Can anybody tell me?
Hard work make
Okay, correct. I think I heard that hard work is important. Yeah, correct. Anybody
Slow and
else?
steady wins the race. Yes.
Perfect. Very nice. Slow and steady.
Nothing is impossible.
overconfidence is not a
Excellent. That's the one I was looking for actually. Overconfidence is not good. You are too overconfident for something, you might end up underperforming that day. Okay. So, what you are told is absolutely right. So, in this story, the main moral of the story is that the rabbit was too overconfident, didn't prepare for the event, and even dozed off, and didn't do the hard work. That's good. So that there's a continuation for the story. There's actually a continuation for the story. I'm sure not many know about the part two or part three of the story. So I'll now come to the part two of the story. Okay. So now our rabbit feels so bad. A rabbit is like, oh no, I could have easily won the race. What have I done? So everyone deserves second chances, right? So now the rabbit goes to the turtle and says, can we have a rematch? Okay, can we have, let's keep one more, same track. I will meet you next week. Let's have the race once more. Okay. So now rabbit is fully dedicated, fully focused. Now the rabbit is like full doing what in Rocky movie, what Sylvester was doing, right? All the skipping, climbing the mountains, practicing. So it's fully focused, fully dedicated. And now all the push-ups, pull-ups, everything is done. A rabbit is in best of its shape, and then the race day comes, and the turtle is slightly taken aback. Okay, rabbit has come fully prepared. Oh my God! And then the race starts. The rabbit runs like Usain Bolt, right? Is fully prepared, is like fully focused, fully determined, and then the rabbit goes full fast, and then even makes a world record and finishes first. Okay, and now the turtle is yet to complete, yet to finish, and slowly the turtle also completes. But this time, rabbit wins. So, what is the moral of this story now? The
hard
story.
work. Hard work makes a man perfect.
Correct. Good. Hard work, practice, dedication. As I told you, the importance of focus, right? In the previous slide, I had told that focus is very important. So the rabbit focused on the upcoming race and performed really well. Excellent. Any other moral to the story?
Fast and consistent always wins the race.
Thank you, Basil. Nice to see you here in the call with us. Yes, fast wins the race. Fast and consistent wins the race. And then another important important thing is don't underestimate your opponent. Okay, you be prepared. You try to do your best, and then you will maybe end up winning the race. Now, I would like to say that there is a part three also to the story. Okay, I know all of you will be surprised, but actually there is a part three to the story. Now our turtle felt bad. Okay, the turtle is feeling bad. The turtle comes back to the rabbit, says, okay, you got your second chance. Now I want my second chance. I also could have done better. I didn't, I underestimated you. Let me prepare next time, and let's have a race. But this time I will decide the track. Okay, and now the rabbit is fully confident, is fully overconfident, right? It's like, oh, I've even created a record, fastest time in completing the race. Whatever this turtle does, it doesn't matter. Whatever the track, it doesn't matter. I am only gonna win. So the rabbit says, okay, no problem, you choose your track. I'll see you on the day of the race, right? And then now this time the turtle he does all the practice, whatever is required to be prepared for the race. And now the race begins, and the rabbit is like having this grin on his face, right? It's like, okay, it doesn't matter whatever you do, I am only going to win, right? And now the race starts, and then the rabbit is going full fast, okay, and turtle is crawling slowly and coming, but rabbit is going full fast, and suddenly you see it's a huge lake in front of him, in between the path. Now there's a lake, and our rabbit doesn't know swimming. So rabbit is stuck there. He sees the lake and he's stuck there. Oh no, what to do? And now our turtle slowly comes, gets into the waves to the rabbit, gets into the water, and then swims, and then continues and finishes the finishing line. And our rabbit is still stuck before the lake, and this time the turtle wins. So, what is the moral of this story? Anyone? Okay. The moral of this story is never underestimate your opponent. Okay, you might be strong at some things, but please understand that the other person will be strong at many other things. You might be very studious, but the other person will be good at sports. Or you might be good at sports, other person might be good at arts. Never underestimate another person's ability. So when it is the right time to shine, any person will shine, right? So there's this famous saying that sun shines in its time and the moon also shines in its time. Okay. And now there's one more continuation to the story. Now the rabbit feels bad. Now the rabbit and turtle get together. They say, okay, let us work together and then let us try to rerun the race. Then we together will create a new record. And then the rabbit feels, okay, fine, let's do that. And then they discuss like how to go about this, and then they again start in the same track. Now when the race begins, rabbit is carrying turtle on its back and it runs full fast it runs, carrying the turtle to the lake. Now when the lake is approaching, turtle comes down, turtle carries rabbit on its back, swims full fast, crosses the lake, and once the lake is done, again the rabbit carries turtle on the back and runs and finishes the race. And now it's the best time ever, right, in that specific track. So what is the moral of this story now?
Teamwork.
Yes.
Competitive, it is not competitive, it should be cooperative, right, Sharath?
Exactly. Nice. Well said, Hashir. So it's not competition, it is cooperation, right? And yes, as other student also said, teamwork. Teamwork is what matters, right? So when your teammate, your classmate is feeling bit down, needs a help, please give your helping hand to the person. Okay, it will do good to you as well. Maybe in a later situation when you need help, the other person will be in a better place and will be able to help you better. Okay, so that is the moral from this story. So I hope that was interesting. So now moving on quickly from here, time management and stress management. So it's very important that you manage your time properly. The time management and stress management is equally important, not just in corporate life, but for a student life also. Okay, so time management, you might have exams, you might have assignments, you still want to go out and play with your friends. So how do you manage the time efficiently? Okay, so there's something called as, I know this terminology might be slightly difficult, but this one is called as Eisenhower matrix. Okay, what you see here, this square is called a Eisenhower matrix. In simple terms, in one axis you have urgent, not urgent. In another axis you have important, not important. Now, whatever things that's happening in your life will fall under one of these squares. There are some things that are highly urgent, highly important. Some things are very important but not urgent. Some things are not important, not urgent, and some things are, urgent but not important. So you have to prioritize your tasks accordingly. Like for example, let's say you have a exam tomorrow. So that comes under quadrant 1. It's highly urgent, highly important. Prepare for it. Study immediately. Don't think about anything else. Okay. Now, quadrant 2, something that is very important but not urgent. Same example. Let's say you have exam after 2 weeks. So it is not urgent. It's not happening tomorrow, right? But whatever comes in this square, it is very important that you plan properly for it. So you have an exam after 2 weeks, you start studying, okay, so that it doesn't pressurize you. You can easily finish your syllabus on time, okay. And then something that is these two squares are not very important actually. Something that is not urgent, not important, don't even think about it. Just throw it away. Okay, you prioritize on things that are very urgent, very important. Okay, so time management is very important in your life. And equally important is stress management. Okay, you might get stressed. Many people might have this exam fever, they call it, right? You have an exam coming up and your high heartbeat is racing, you're feeling feverish. So why that happens? So one is, do not overthink and do not blow things out of proportion. Do not overthink about it. Okay, you have prepared, you take your time, you prepare for your exam and give your best shot. It's okay. It might happen that the questions were a bit tough. That's out of your control. What the thing that was in your control was to prepare for it. You have done that, right? So don't overthink about it and blow things out of proportion. Okay. Another important thing is, stop comparing yourself with others. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's qualities are different. Don't think that, okay, that person is doing things so easily. Why am I not able to do it as easily as them? You should never think like that, because that person may be good at something, but you will be good at many other things, right? Everybody have their own strengths. So don't get stressed too much thinking of how another person is doing better, how he is able to do mathematics problems so easily. I'm not able to even understand. It's okay. You try to talk with the person, try to understand the tips and tricks. Maybe you are better than him in the English language, right? So don't compare with others. Okay. Now, quickly going to, it's equally important to have fun. Okay. So when you think back about my memories of school time, I often think about our cricket we used to play together with friends, football matches, and then our Kalol Sava, all those things, table tennis. I used to play table tennis. So it is very important to have fun also. Okay, so you plan properly, you finish your studies on time, you do your time management properly, you will have enough time for your fun as well. Whether it is sports, if you are interested in cricket, go play cricket. If you are interested in football, go play football. If you like traveling, go travel, explore, right? If you are into video games, but you need to be very careful that you just play during your free time. It should not consume your all the time, right? So it's important, that importance of focus you should not forget. So if an exam is approaching, focus on that. But during your free time, it's okay. You have fun. You play your video games. You watch your favorite movies. You go to a theater. You travel. If you have some nice hobbies like photography, stamp collection, do all those things. It's equally important to have fun. This will help reduce stress as well. Okay. Now, quickly going to some of the career opportunities. As I told you beforehand, this will not be applicable for all of you, because many might be interested in medical field, some might be interested in IAS, some might be interested to become teachers. So my experiences, I've done bachelor's in engineering, I've done master's in MBA. So I can say that in this particular field, there's a lot of traction, or there's a lot of opportunities that is coming up in these things. Might be a bit difficult for you to understand now, but these are all technology related. We have artificial intelligence and machine learning. Even if you go to YouTube, you have simple videos that will explain what these things are. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, these are semiconductors. Okay, so this image you see is a semiconductor, like your processor. Your computer has the semiconductor processor inside. So this comes in the hardware field. And then 5G. So currently I'm in a telecom company, and I see there's a lot of opportunity that's happening in 5G, 4G technologies. And when it comes to MBA, so I've done my MBA. So MBAs, for doing an MBA, of course, you need to have a bachelor's. You can do bachelor's, BCom, BBA, PBM, or like me, you can do engineering and then do MBA also. It has its own advantages and it has its own disadvantages as well, honestly. So now in MBA, the major specializations are marketing, finance, and HR. These were the three major specializations, but nowadays you have international business, operations management, analytics. These are all different career options. There are a lot of career options. So nowadays you are very lucky because even YouTube is a career these days, right? During my times, it was either you become an engineer or you become a doctor, finish. Nowadays you have a lot of different alternate career paths. If you are very good at cooking, if you like making pastries, for example, you can be a chef of a star hotel and still you will have a amazing career ahead. Okay, so gone are the days where we say only engineering is a career, only medicine is a career. No. So again, as I told you, it's very important. Choose your career, your field of passion as your career. Then you will not be working a single day of your life also. You will enjoy your work, right? So these are some of the things I mainly wanted to share. So now I see that already we have exceeded 4 o'clock as well. So now is the time for any questions. Anybody has any questions for me? I hope this presentation was useful for at least some of you. You could connect with some of these. There were some takeaways from my session. I hope so. But with that, I'm just opening up for questions. Anyone, any questions, please go ahead. No questions?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Tell me, your name? I'm not able to see it in...
My name is Mohammed Zian.
Mohammed Zian. Okay. Yeah, Zian.
I'm a plus two student, commerce.
Nice.
Commerce student.
Right.
So, of course, like my question is that like school is where like we students become humans in the sense that like we are social beings, right? So school is where we socialize. But of course, when we look at the grander picture, school is just a glimpse of the real world out there. So my question to you would be like, of course, you passed out, 12th when the year I was born, so you have much more life experience. So
Yeah.
how different is life out there from school, and how can we utilize our school to equip us to go out in the real world?
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Very, very good questions, Jan. You said you're in commerce field, and nice to hear that as well. So yes, I completed my plus two 2003, so it's been good 18 years back when I think about it, right? One good thing what I want to say is, yeah, as you mentioned, we are social beings. It's very important to interact, to communicate, to socialize with everybody, because it's all about communication, open communication with each other. But one good thing what I want to say is, it's actually not so different when you think about it, right? You do not have to think that, okay, now my schooling is done, I have been in so and so way. Now when I go out into the corporate world or to my college days, is it going to be something very different? The good and simple answer I would say is no, it is not. Luckily, actually not so different. So if you're doing, let's say if you're going for your master's or your college, right, you still have to study in a similar way as you were doing in school. You'll still have your college time is going to be very similar, but you will again get more opportunities there to socialize, right? So again, as I said in my slides earlier, grab all the maximum possible opportunities and socialize with everybody. You be helpful to others, you be a good team player. Being a good team player is what matters. And I would say being a good team player starts from schooling itself. You have to be good to your friends, help your friend when in need, right? A friend in need is a friend indeed. Something similar, right? So even in corporate world, when you start working, all these things equally matter. You have to socialize, you have to be out there, you have to grab the maximum possible opportunities, you have to help each other, teamwork. Luckily, these are all pretty similar. Even if you go to a corporate, even if you are doing a master's in a college, and you go to your college life, Zian, you don't have to worry too much. It's not so different, but you will get, like a better exposure to more things. That's all. You don't have to think like it's completely different. Whatever you do in schooling, it comes handy, right? So all, and then whatever I mentioned here, your time management, your stress management, and as you said, socializing, all these things comes handy whether you do college, whether you come to corporate. Be a team player, be a good human being, have good listening skill, listen to what others are saying, try to help them, grab all the maximum possible opportunities. It's all similar. It's all similar. Uh, I hope that answers your questions, yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that. So any other questions?
So can I? Good evening.
Yeah, yeah. I think I could hear you for a second. Now I can't hear you. Rishin, is it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Rishin, go ahead. Go ahead. Which class you are in?
8th standard.
8th standard. Okay, nice. Tell me.
How do you, sir? How do you get an entry into your present position?
Entry into my present position in the sense, my career, is it? Like I'm a training manager. You mean like how to become a training manager? Is that what you mean? Okay, see, to answer, to give you in simple terms, so each career path you choose, it will be different. Okay, so since I did my MBA in human resource management, after that my career has been in the MBA track. Okay, so in my career, how you grow is, so when you initially join a company, you will be somebody called as an associate. Okay, they're called as associate. You will be doing some small works because you will not have that many experience or exposure, right, Rishin? So initially when you start your job, you will be as an associate. Then as an associate, you start doing better work. You are showing that, okay, you are good at your work. Then you get a promotion and then you become a senior associate, right? So when you become a senior associate, later you continue doing a good work. If you are able to handle everything well, then you get a promotion and then you become a team lead. When you become a team lead, that's when you will have to manage some people. Like for example, a team lead might have 3 people, 4 people, 10 people reporting. So you have to manage all these people, make sure they are doing the work properly, make sure that no issues are there, and then you do your work better, you become senior team lead. Once you become a senior team lead, again you start doing a better job. If you are showing to the management that, okay, you are doing a good job, you can take more responsibility, then you get a promotion and then you become a assistant manager. Okay, then again it continues. So from assistant manager you become manager. So currently I'm a manager. It even might change from company to company. Some companies the job titles will be different. So in my company it is like manager. Now in my career path, next will be senior manager, then I become director, senior director, vice president, like that. Okay, so Rishin, in simple terms, you continue doing a good work. You are doing a great job. You are doing everything without much errors. You are a good people person. You are helping others. All this will help you climb up the ladder. Then slowly you get promotions and then you become manager, senior manager, director, etc. Okay, Rishin, I hope that answers.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All the best, Rishin. Yeah.
Thank you,
Any
sir.
yeah, any other questions?
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi. Alna,
Sir, my name is Alumni and I'm studying in 9th standard.
9th standard, okay?
Sir, today we are having a chance to interact with you, and I'm sure after this section Many of us will make a plan to walk on the path on which you have gone. My question is, have you had any experience from a school to choose this professional area?
Sorry, experience in the last part I didn't hear.
Experience from a school to choose this professional area.
My experience from school to the professional area, is it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, yeah, thank you, Alna, for that question. And it's nice to hear that, some people will try to follow the path. Yeah. What I would like to say is there will be much better paths for you ahead. I'm here only trying to motivate and inspire some of you. So my journey has been, it's all about continuous learning. Like my field itself is into training and development. So sorry that if I use too much terminologies related to training or learning. But life is, Alna, it's all about continuous learning, continuous improvement. Okay. So in school, I learned several things. Whether it is theoretical things, whether when I participated in various events, whatever I learned in socializing, I try to improve on that, try to get feedback from others, see where I am going wrong, what I can improve on. So Alna, you also can ask your teachers for feedback. You can ask your friends for feedback, where I can do better. What are the things, mistakes you think I am doing? You try to correct those things, and your journey will be good, right? So it's I feel it's like a continuous journey of learning from school to college to corporate, and then you continue learning. You don't stop learning at any aspect of your life, right? So it's not like I'm now training manager, finished. No, I still have a lot to learn. There's still a lot of paths I have to move. So, Alina, in simple terms, what I would say is my journey has been about continuous learning, continuous improvement. Okay. So, it's very, very important for all of you to learn continuously, to improve continuously. And learning is a journey, there's no ending for learning. You, throughout your life, you can keep learning, whether you're 18 years old, 35 years old, 60 years old, it doesn't matter. Life is all about continuous learning and continuous improvement. Okay. 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 All the best. I think Fatima, you had a question. I thought. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Sir, I'm Fatima Lamia of plus 2 of Humanities Group.
Okay. Nice, Fatima.
Sir, my question is, what's the best career decision you have ever made in your life?
Oh, excellent. Nice question, Fatima. So I will tell you a quick example of my journey itself, right? So once I was done with my plus two, I used to be interested in computers. Okay. I used to think, okay, I like computers. Okay, maybe I think I should do computer science engineering. So I did my computer science engineering. I finished my studies. When I was doing my studies, I understood about this coding and then how a computer engineer's life will look like, right? So then I thought, okay, I don't think I might fully enjoy computer science engineering. So and then during campus selection, I got an offer from Wipro. It's one of the top companies even now. So even back then, it's good to have an offer from Wipro. I had an offer from Wipro through campus selection. But then I thought that, okay, I spoke with some of the people. I tried to understand what a computer engineer does, how the job, structure, how it looks like a day in the life of a computer engineer in the corporate, right? I thought that this may not be something I will be passionate about, or I don't think so. I thought, then I started learning about MBA, how the career looks like after MBA. So one of the best decisions there I took was to switch my career to MBA. And when I went to MBA, I started researching. So as I told you, during that time, the main streams were marketing, HR, and so it's finance, right? So people used to tell me finance has a lot of scope. HR is a female oriented field. Guys do not go so much into HR. I don't think guys can shine in human resources. These are all wrong, right? So I try to understand how the job of a HR person looks like, how the job of a marketing person looks like. So So I thought, okay, HR is something that might suit my personality, the way I am, right? So then I took this MBA in human resource management. That was my first turning point, I would say. I really started liking it. And then when I started my corporate job, I started with this company, Accenture. It's one of the biggest MNCs in the world even right now. So when I started my career, I started as something called as HR generalist. I was doing different activities there. I'm not going to details, but I was again not so happy. I was thinking something is missing. I'm not really enjoying my work, or I'm not, do what you love or love what you do. That was not happening there. Then the best career change in my life happened when I got an offer from HP, Hewlett Packard. So in HP, they offered me the position into learning and development. Some companies call it L&D, some companies call it training and development. So it's all the same, into training, into employee training. I thought, okay, this might be something of interest. I started working in HP. That's when I started enjoying my work. Till then, I was not really enjoying my work. I was working for the working aspect of it, and then maybe for the money. But later, once I switched to the training and development, that's when I really found my passion. I thought, okay, this is where I have to continue. And then from my HP experience onwards, I had always been into training and development. And now I'm a training manager in Radisys, and I love my job. It's not like I'm not a person who just oh, somehow let me finish my work and then let me run away. No, I love my job, right? So it's very important. So this will not be same for everybody. So you have to understand that there will be opposite case also. There will be some people who are really good at coding, really good at getting output on the computer. That's what that gives them kick. Then they have to go to become an engineer, senior engineer, architect. That career path is different. Like how I told, mine is assistant manager, director, VP. For technical people, it will be slightly different. It will be engineer, senior engineer, architect, chief architect, like that. Okay. So that's what it is very important, Fatima, that you have to choose the field of your passion, and then you will start enjoying your work, and automatically you will start doing better. Okay. So my main career change, that turning point was when I moved into training and development from my HP experience onwards. Thank you, Fatima, for that question. I could share this as well.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All the best. Anybody else? Any other question?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thank you. Fatima.
Nada Fatima of
Nada.
12th Science.
Nada Fatima. Hi, Nada. So again, just to tell you, you don't have to call me sir, okay? You all can just call me Sharath also, no problem. That's one thing that differs when you, in your corporate life, we do not use the term sir, but it's okay. Now you are still student, so it is okay. Ashir is already smiling. He knows that, even owner of the company, he'll call, Da, come here, right, Ashir? So, sir is not really needed. You can call me Sharath as well. But yes, Nada Fatima, please go ahead. I'm doing well. Thank you. Hope you're doing good too.
Wipe out the tears from the eyes of common man. It was one of the dream of father of nation. Every day I am growing my mind, jumping to touch the sky. How can I keep myself humbly to stretch my hand to poor and needy?
Oh, excellent. Nice question. Good. So see, being humble, like in your question itself, that answer was there, if you ask me. Being humble is very important. You be down to earth. Being humble means being down to earth. You be helpful to others. You be a social animal. You be kind to others. You listen to others in need. So you said that. The words you used were, I think, too advanced for a school student at the moment, because you do not have to think. There's something called as one step at a time. Okay, there's something called as one step at a time. So what you can do is, so instead of it's very good to know that you want to help the poor and needy. You have to. That's very important in the society. But you can start by helping your friends. You can start by helping your parents. you can start at your home first. Okay, so you're too young to think about the outside poor and needy level of things at the moment. What I would say is start one step at a time. Start helping your friends. Be kind to your friends. Be humble. Listen to their problems, right? See where you can help them. See where you can help your parents. See where you can help your teachers, your friends. So start from there, and then slowly your mindset will become like that. You will become a very humble person. You will become a very good social animal. Then when in the future you will have a lot of opportunities to do that. So there are a lot of volunteer programs. It's called volunteer programs. So if you're in a city like Bangalore, even the city themselves, there are a lot of groups, right? There are a lot of committees, there are a lot of volunteer groups. They will do things like cleaning up the city. So during the free time they will all gather, and then they'll start cleaning one part of the city. They will help the poor also. They might go to some orphanage and give some donations there. Or there are various volunteer groups these days, clean the road, or help people, old age people in the old age homes. So there are volunteer groups, different volunteer groups. So these things you can consider in the future. But Nada Fatima, very good thought, very good question. Appreciate that. But one step at a time. What I would say is start with your friends, start with your family, start at your home. And then later in the future, when your mindset is ready, you can always go to these outreach programs or volunteering programs. Okay, Nada Fatima, I hope that clarifies. Thank you. Anybody else? Any other questions? No? Is there something
Hi,
on?
sir. I'm Eva of class 10th.
Yeah,
Sir,
hi, Eva.
so as a human being, everyone have ups and downs, even if it's during the student time or while working. But after all these things, how we catch up with the things? What motivates you to move on, and what organize you yourself?
Okay, good question, Siva. So as you said, ups and downs, that's part and parcel of life. Every day of your life will not be the same. It may not be positive every day. That's a harsh reality of life. So when you're, whether it is ups or whether it is down, what is important is it's not gonna last forever, right? It's not gonna last forever. So especially when you're in your downs, you have to. There's a strong saying that this too shall pass. I think many of you would have heard it. It's called "This too shall pass." So that's a very like in this current COVID situation. It's "This too shall pass." There are some certain things that are out of your control, which you can't do anything about it. So even in my slides previously, I had spoken about don't overthink, don't stress yourself too much, etc. So these things are very important. When you're in your downs, these too shall pass. When you're in your ups, what is important is being humble. You know that you are currently successful, you are currently doing good. See how you can help others achieve the same. Okay, so it's important that you continuously motivate yourself. There's something called as be positive, right? Be positive is very important. Always be positive, have a positive outlook, have a positive approach in your life. So when you have this positive approach, you will start attracting positive things in your life. Okay, so that's called as theory of attraction. So there's a famous book called Secret. That's a nice book. So that book Secret talks about this theory of attraction. You keep thinking about positive things, you have the positive outlook, you have the positive mindset, you will automatically attract positivity in your life. That will motivate you to continue forward to do things good. So hope that answers your question, Siva, and wish you all the success.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody else? Any question?
Okay, we are done with the questions. We'll move on.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, Hashir. I think Hashir wants to say something.
You reached there. Harsha, you have reached there.
I'm in the airport now.
Okay. Okay. Can you speak to the children for a minute?
Pardon?
Can you speak to the children for a minute?
I don't know, not in a not in a time like that. I just want to say first interaction. So all the way in the my checkout time, like I was hearing all the good words. This how to approach the problems. So Sharath, it was good. Speak to you in a later stage. Present I go to the so just I was interrupting. Okay. Thank you, Sharath. Thank you for coming for this event, and thank you, ma'am, for passing.
Children, this is Mr. Hashir, the president of Alumni Association of our school. He took the initiative for this program, and it's nice to have him in the program today. Thank you, Hashir, for this. Yeah.
It was a teamwork actually. It's not my turn. Like it was a teamwork from. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, Hashir. So nice of you to join even from the airport. Wish you a safe journey, safe flight. Thank you. Thanks, Hashir.
So,
Arya?
Smita ma'am, it's me, Basil here.
Yeah, nice to have you here.
Yeah. Actually, I joined a little bit late. I was busy with my stuff. I actually had cleared my afternoon, but as our speaker, Mr. Sharath said,
Are you in your office right now?
Yeah. Right now, I am with my cabin. So I couldn't participate at the start, but I joined at 3:30 almost.
Okay. I was asking Juleja whether you will be joining or not.
I actually had planned to, and I had cleared my afternoon, but something happened. So as our speaker, esteemed speaker Sharath said, there are something beyond our control. So that happened in this case. And it was quite refreshing to hear all those things, especially our interaction from the students. To be very frank, I couldn't speak that level of English when I was in plus 2. To be really frank. So all the best, and thank you, Sharath.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for organizing such a program for your juniors. They'll be motivated. This is what they learn, right?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much.
No problem. We are actually planning to extend it further. We
have to. We have to.
Even I got some enquiries from various alumni whether they could interact with us because I had attached our email ID. So I am getting some response from some of them.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have a schedule.
Yeah.
Great going, Basil, and thank you. I think initially you were not there on the call. Otherwise, I wanted to thank you as well. Thank you for all the help and coordination.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks, Basil. And it's a great thing. Yeah, you must continue. Good to see that you are getting some response from alumni. I think it will be helpful for the students.
Yeah,
Thanks,
definitely.
Basil. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
So I want to say something to students.
Yeah, please.
ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് കേട്ടിട്ട് ആരും പേടിക്കണം കേട്ടോ. ശരത്ത് ഭായ് മലയാളത്തിൽ ചോദിച്ചാൽ ആൻസർ ചെയ്യും. സോ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മലയാളത്തിൽ ടീച്ചർമാരെ കാര്യം നിങ്ങൾ മൈൻഡ് ചെയ്യണ്ട.
അതെ മലയാളത്തിൽ ചോദിച്ചാലും കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല കേട്ടോ. ഞാൻ തനി മലയാളിയാണേ.
അതും മുട്ടിൽകാരനാണ്.
അതെ എക്സാക്ട്ലി. പക്ഷേ ഇന്നത്തെ ചില ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ചില സ്റ്റുഡൻസിന്റെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് കേട്ടിട്ട് ഞാൻ തന്നെ ഞെട്ടിന്ന് പറയാം.
അതാണ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത്. പിന്നെ റഷീദ ചോദിച്ചാൽ മതി. When I was studying, she was there. എനിക്കറിയില്ല ഇങ്ങനെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് സംസാരിക്കാൻ. Especially noticed Muhammad Ziyad.
Yeah. Excellent communication. Yes.
Excellent English.
Yes. I guess ഇന്നത്തെ കാലത്ത് എസ്പെഷ്യലി ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് വെരി ഗുഡ്. അവർക്ക് പല ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റീസ് ഉണ്ട്. നല്ല എക്സ്പോഷർ കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. ലൈക്ക് യു ക്യാൻ യൂസ് പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോംസ് ലൈക്ക് യൂട്യൂബ്, not just for watching movies or video songs, right? You have a lot of motivational speeches there. You have a lot of informational videos about the language, about general knowledge, about various topics. So I think that's really helping all these students. So it's very nice to see how commanding some of the students have become in English, and others also, you don't have to worry. In time, with practice, as I told you, using all those techniques, anyone can improve, right? Life is a continuous journey. Keep continuously improving. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Basil.
Yeah,
Again, and
thank you, everyone.
yes, Vita ma'am, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Arya, we'll move on, Arya.
Okay, ma'am. Alna?
So let us have few words from Rashida ma'am.
Sharath, good evening. Sharath,
Hi,
I
ma'am.
think, yeah, we had a talk with each other a few months back. I don't know whether you
Yes.
remember.
Yes, yes,
Myself,
yes.
vice principal of the school, okay, Rashida ma'am. Like someone told me that you are in the medical field, and I made a call to you. We had a program with the alumni of the school who are in the medical field, and we had a talk. I don't know whether you
Yes,
remember.
yes, I remember that. That time I had suggested another alumni, Reshma. She was
Yeah.
also, she is a Ayurveda doctor.
Yes, yes, correct.
Yes, Rashida ma'am, I
Okay.
remember.
Yeah. Thank you. Like, nice to have you here on this platform. Okay. I like actually it was like a very nice feeling listening to your words. Okay. Like, I didn't feel like you were talking about some ideologies, but it was like you were speaking out of your experience. And when we speak out of our experience, we can speak very confidently. And also, when you are concerned about the audience, like it will be very convincing also to the audience when you are speaking out of your experience, right? So it was like a very nice feeling listening to your words. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for giving all those tips to our children, and also like updating our children with the latest career options in the field of technology and management. Anyway, thank you, Sharath. And also, I wish you even a better future in your profession. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the kind words and appreciation and motivation, Rashida ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharath.
Thank you, miss. Now let us have feedback from students. So anyone is interested to see feedbacks about today's section?
And any feedbacks regarding future sessions are also welcome. If you say we need this particular person, we might be able to find. I'm not promising anything, but we might be able to find somebody.
Yeah, I'm hoping I hear some feedback. Otherwise, I'll just assume that my session was the best. Okay, Basil?
That is debatable. Once we have
No.
other sessions, we'll debate on it.
No, I mean, there are no words for the students, right?
Definitely, this was a good start for us. Actually, when we were planning this session, meet the alumni, this was a very good start. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Smita ma'am. I hope this is just the beginning, and I'm sure that there'll be much more very successful alumni to come in the future, and of course in various fields, as I suggested, because I was just from management and engineering background, so you might have alumni from various other fields. So even I am hoping to be part of such meetings in the future. Looking forward to those as well. And thank you each and everyone for the opportunity. Thank you, Rashida ma'am, Smita ma'am, entire management, the alumni committee for the opportunity. And it was so nice to interact with all such great students. And special thanks to all of you who asked some very good questions. It was very insightful for me as well. Thank you so much.
Arya, shall we have an official vote of thanks, and then we'll wind up.
Respected Principal Smita ma'am, Vice Principal Rashida ma'am, and our Honorable Chief Guest Mr. Sharath, SMC member Sadit sir, all other valued invited guests, dear teachers and my dear children, very good evening to everyone. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. So first of all, I would like to thank our chief guest, Mr. Sharath, who accepted our invitation and made the session a memorable 1. Thank you, Mr. Sharath. It was a wonderful section. Thank you so much. Then I would like to thank our principal, Ms. Ma'am, for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, ma'am. And I would like to show some gratitude to Advocate Sadiq sir, Mr. P.K. Hashu, Mr. Basil, and Rishida ma'am for accepting their time and words. And special thanks to Eva, Alsha, and Julita ma'am. Thank you so much, each and everyone. Thank you so much.
Before winding up, Sharath bhai, some of the students had messaged their feedback. Please go through it. I think some might be unable to speak.
Yeah, sure. I'll go through that, Vasil. Thank you.
Yeah, the feedbacks are coming in the chat box.
Yeah.
Yes. Some might be a bit scared to speak.
Yeah. Okay. Again, with practice, you can overcome that as well. Maybe in the future alumni sessions, all of those who couldn't speak so much today will get the motivation to speak more in the future. So as I said, it's all about continuous improvement and continuous learning. Thank you so much. Nice comments coming up.
Are we having your father in the group?
Yes. My dad is also there.
Yeah. Okay. I just saw a message.
Yeah. Even I saw that message.
Thank you. I call him Appaji, so I'll say thank you, Appaji, for joining.
Yeah, you definitely should be. Yeah, you're a proud dad.
Yeah.
Next
school is also proud.
One more thing, small thing. Actually, I was quite busy with this in past week. Otherwise, we could have done a better job in planning and execution. I couldn't share the links to various alumni groups. I was stuck with my.
Don't worry, we will be sharing the session because this is recorded and we'll be sharing the link with you.
Sure. Thank you,
Basil.
So if there is nothing else,
you can lead the session.
Yes.
Once you have recorded your feedback, you can just lead the session. Okay. Thank you, Shiva.
Thank you everybody once again, and hoping to see all of you in person when I come to Wayanad. Hopefully once things get better, maybe we can meet in person in the school. So thank you all, Vasil, Smita ma'am, everybody. Thank you all students. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you everyone. Take care. Bye.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too. Sharath bhai, all the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Vasil. We'll be in touch. Thanks.
Sure.